What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today you are going to be riding with me in the 2G Eclipse. Now, if you've watched my previous video, I installed some TEIN Flex Z coilovers. Now, these are great. They cost about $800. It comes with 16-way adjustability, compression front and rear. Also, it allows you to adjust the ride height without affecting preload because it has a threaded lower body. So you can adjust preload independently and you can adjust ride height independently. It's a beautiful thing. Now, honestly, when I first took this is my second run up here in the canyons. Now, when I first came up here, I had a little bit of an issue with rubbing in the rear. Now, the Eclipse is sprung really soft in the rear compared to the front. So initially, the coilovers, yes, it was much stiffer. Yes, it went around corners much better, way more planted, less body roll and all of that. But when I come up here into the canyons, I like to really send it. I like to really, throw the car through a corner. Now, what I experienced was when I was throwing it into a corner, whether it was a left or a right-hander, a lot of weight was being sent to the rear right corner or the rear left corner. And because I'm on some 18s by 8.75s, it was rubbing a lot, like really bad. It was rubbing on the fender well, and it was cooking my tires. You could smell it as you're driving. And honestly, when the tires are rubbing and you're driving like that, it doesn't sound good. And honestly, it kind of discourages you, and it doesn't make you want to push. So I thought to myself, okay, what are we gonna do? I had to go back. I had to take the coilovers off the car and adjust the preload because it just wasn't enough. Now, initially, could I have gone with stiffer springs? Yes, I could have, but I don't believe that was an option initially with this coilover when I purchased it from coiloverdepot.com. But it's okay. I'm not building a track car per se, but because it has independently adjustable preload, I went ahead and I took the coilovers off and I added preload to the rear. Now, yes, you can adjust it while on the car, but I wanted a really accurate, really accurate adjustment. I wanted it to be exactly the same on both sides. I didn't want, and it's very hard to measure the spring when it's inside the wheel well because you're dealing with all these other suspension parts. So to cut the story short, adding the preload really solved my problem. I just went up here and I ran the car through these turns, and I mean, I'm telling you, I didn't hear not one rubbing at all. It's a beautiful thing. So all it took was a little bit of adjustment, and that's one thing I kind of wanted to touch on. Oh, here we go. Oh. That's kind of one thing I kind of wanted to touch on with you guys, is I know a lot of people buy coilovers just to lower their car, but see, I'm buying coilovers. I put coilovers on the car not just to slam it to the ground, but I'm a very functional type of driver. I love to come up to the canyons, and I love to go through corners, and eventually I want to do a track day in this car. Why not? So when it comes to coilovers, you get all this adjustability, so it's like, why not take the time? And it will take time. You can't just expect to put them in day one and it runs perfectly, So why not take the time and go through the adjustability of the coilovers and adjust it, fine-tune it to your ride, to your driving style, so you really get to maximize the full potential out of the components. So guys, this is now the second suspension upgrade on this car. First was the wheels and tires, because believe it or not, just wheels and tires will boost your handling in the car. Going from a 16-inch rim, 7 inches wide, to an 18-inch rim, 8.75 inches wide, drastically changed it. Just that alone allowed me to corner quicker, lose body roll, and just overall handling. Now couple that with coilovers, it's crazy. It's crazy. As you can see on the GoPro, I'm entering in at about 80. I'm gonna tap the brakes, probably slow down to about 65, hitting the gas, coming through, gas, no rubbing at all, going through 70. Awesome. These things are, you know, $800. Yeah, I could have bought some field coilovers for $2,500, but I didn't want to go that route. I didn't want to spend that much money. And also I was curious, you know, like these lower budget coilovers that cost about $800. You know, I want to see, you know, how well do those handle, because the Mustang has an expensive pair of coilovers from Maximum Motorsports that cost, you know, a little over $2,000. And honestly, guys, you don't have to go extremely expensive. These coilovers are amazing. Like, again, they costed $800, and they have changed the car like day and night. I mean, I can sail through these corners like it's nothing. Like, I've gained so much confidence in this thing. Now, the one thing I do need though is some better brakes, because I'm coming up to these turns kind of quick, and you know, rubber brake lines and not so performance brake pads, you know, not a good combination. They'll get overheated quick. But yeah, guys, I just wanted to give you all an update on how the car is doing with these coilovers, and would I recommend them to you? Yes, I highly recommend TEIN coilovers, or maybe even going with a different brand that's on the lower cost side. You know, don't go too cheap, like $300 and shit, because I honestly don't believe you're gonna get a good product that's really well designed for performance. I don't see how that's possible with something that costs $300. So, you know, you don't have to go over the top and spend thousands of dollars, but, you know, invest in something that's decently and well designed. $800 won't kill you, and you'll be thanking yourself for it, because when you put them in, you won't have to take them out, because they work absolutely great, and it'll transform your driving experience like nothing else. I'm telling you guys, it's awesome. It's awesome. So you know what? There isn't really too much for me left to say, other than, you know, going through these corners, I don't really feel body roll much. Obviously, there's going to be some still there, and this is just, well, this is the second thing. Like I said, the second modification suspension-wise that I've done to the car. There's still more to come. There's sway bars, and you know, there's other adjustable control arms and stuff like that that can also go on the car. But guys, this is just the beginning now. This is just the beginning. And like I said, the next thing to come is an exhaust, because it's I mean, it's beautiful. I can rip through turns up here, and it's awesome. But I got no sound. There's no sound to this car, and it's really weird because I'm used to sound. You know, the Mustang's got an exhaust. The motorcycles have an exhaust. This thing is pretty quiet. The only thing I hear is the blow-off valve, you know, when I let off the gas. But that's about it, man. That's about it. So once I get that exhaust and add some sound to this, it's gonna be absolutely insane. And the videos for you guys will be even better, because you'll get to hear it. You'll get to see me go through the turns, but you'll also get to hear me go through the roads. And it's just really dope. I mean, everybody knows a 2G with an exhaust on it. It's a beautiful sound. So you know what? I don't know how much driving I'm gonna let roll out after this, but I just wanted to update you guys, and thank you for watching. Stay tuned. More videos, more content is coming, as we are always trying to plan what we can do next with the cars or the bikes. We appreciate everybody that's following and watching the videos. Yeah, man. So please stay tuned. More is coming soon. And that's it, baby. I'm gonna get to driving. Peace. Woo!